You are here to take your pain and transmute it into something amazing. Some of you have so much power and potential who are going to be legends in this world. Divine greetings and gratitude, everyone. If y'all are new here, my name is KaSandra. I'm the witch, author, poet, and performer of Magic of Eden. Welcome to your new spiritual safe haven. And if y'all are returning, welcome back to our Sacred Garden family. I'm always honored, excited, and elated to be in your presence. Now, I wanted to take a moment to say that I hope that whoever is listening to this, that they have an open heart, an open mind, and also a mind of discernment. I set the intention that you feel like you are welcome, that you are loved, that you are honored and respected because you are in this space. I want you to keep in mind that this is a sacred space and there is no judgment here. Like, I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to make you feel any less than what you may or may not be feeling about yourself. Like, I'm not here to do that. But what I do want to do is kind of talk about some things that I have on my heart to talk about, And I'm actually being divinely guided and led to have this conversation because I feel like it's really important and essential for not only my growth, but also maybe for yours. I also want to give you a trigger warning, and the reason is because we are going to be getting into some topics that are regarding self-worth, self-love, and like self-perception, and how things of the past, how certain past traumas and whatnot play a role into how you see, how you view yourself, and encouraging messages that come through. The topic that we're also going to be discussing is in regards to also bullying. So if you're someone who is sensitive to those kind of topics, and I want you to click out. Like, if you're someone that finds it hard to listen to like really raw and honest stories, like, I would say to click out. But if you are someone that wants to hear the raw truth, raw feelings, raw emotions, and like raw honesty to connect, not to trauma bond, but to connect in a way that is wholesome, to connect in a way that is transparent, then I would say to watch this video in its entirety. That way that you get everything you need from this space. So the reason why I wanted to have this conversation was because so many people, so many of y'all have these really amazing gifts and talents. More than likely, you're someone who is extremely sensitive, you're super compassionate, you're extremely aware, and you are just phenomenal. Like, there's something about you that makes you just simply stand out. And those people who are high vibrational, who honor you, who appreciate you, who love you, who see the best in you, who are really there to help you grow and evolve, will see those things, and they will highlight that, they will honor that, they will speak about that, they will ensure that they come with the right energy to ensure that you shine. They also will shine right next to you. They are more than likely people that want to know more about your gifts, that maybe even give you a platform or want to see you shine and want to see you grow and do well. And on the flip side, you may have people around you right now who feel threatened, who feel intimidated, who feel like you are just a force to be reckoned with. And because they don't understand who you are cosmically, they don't understand who you are intuitively, they feel that they have to shrink you in order to understand you. They feel that they have to shrink you in order to feel like they're superior or to feel like they have some sort of power. And I feel like for those of you guys that are not experiencing it now, more than likely you experienced it when you were in your younger years. You experienced people who bullied you for how you looked. You experienced people who made you feel like you were worthless, who told you that you weren't shit, who told you that you just weren't worthy of this type of love, who made it seem as if you should just simply be grateful that anyone talks to you, like you were treated like the bottom of the barrel, like the gum off the bottom of someone's shoe. And I know that that sounds like a little bit extreme, but to be honest with you, like, that's the reality for a lot of people. And at least it was my reality. Speaking of my reality, I'm being guided to give you a little bit of a backstory. I want to say that I am someone that struggled a lot with how they looked. I am someone that struggled a lot with my physical appearance because I was teased. And I was teased by kids and adults at a very young age. I was publicly humiliated several times for how I looked, and I was always the oddball. Like, when I tell you that I stuck out like a sore thumb because of my body parts, because I didn't have the type of beauty or the pretty type of vibe that the other girls had. I was a little bit bigger than some of the other girls. Like, I just was not it to them. And because of that, I couldn't grow. Like, I didn't believe in myself. Like, there were so many things that I thought about myself. Like, my perception of myself was so flawed because people only pointed out, or for the most part, majority of them only pointed out the obvious flaws that I had because they felt that I was just this disgusting freak that they didn't want to be around. And I'm not joking about this. Like, I'm not looking for a pity party. I am not saying this because I want someone to feel bad for me or pity me. I'm saying this because this was truly a part of my reality at one point. And it got so bad to the point where I didn't want to live. Like, I didn't want to live anymore. I didn't want to be on this planet. I felt like, how could people be so mean and so cruel? Whether they said it was true or not, why did that have to define me? Why did my physical appearance make people want to not play with me, make people not want to be around me? It's not like I asked to look that way. It's because of genetics, and because I did not get the I didn't hit the genetic lottery. It off-put people. Like, I would get adults who would do and say slick shit. Like, I'm like, not even kidding. If they're listening to this, then hey, if the shoe fits, you know, they would say things and they would do things that would make me feel like I just was not worthy of being fucking alive. And the reason was because I constantly felt that people did not see the worth that I had. They couldn't see the fact that I was a really amazing writer. They couldn't see the fact that I had an amazing way with words at such a young age, that I was super bright, articulate, that I was extremely passionate about learning, about reading, about writing, about just being a force of love for other people to see, so that they can hopefully be the love and the force for other people in their lives. Like, I did not always get those people. I did not always have people around me who saw the true beauty within me, who were willing to look past the exterior to see my heart, to see my soul, to see what I was really here to do. In fact, I was around people who felt like because I didn't look like them, that somehow I was not meant to thrive and grow. Now, it wasn't like that with everybody. Like, I'm not going to make it seem like it was all doom and gloom. I'm only focusing on the negative aspects here because we're going to get into the lighter aspects later in the video. I feel like at that time, like, when I dealt with bullying and things like that from a very young age, and I mean, I was in like elementary school. However old you are in elementary school, all the way up into, I want to say, like middle school, it wasn't until I started to really like tap into my mind and tap into my ability to speak up for myself, that's when that shit stopped. But moving backwards a little bit, I was always like around people who did not see the beauty in me. Like, I would be left out. I would be ignored. I would be like people, like kids would say slick shit to me. Like, I would be like the joke, the talk of the town. Like, they felt like they could just overpower me and overrule me because I didn't look like them. I didn't act like them. Like, I was just an oddball. Like, I don't, like, for lack of better terms here, like, I just was not someone that they wanted to be around, and it sucked. I'm going to say this too. I also at that time was going through a lot at home, and I grew to hate myself. I hated myself because I felt like I just was not worthy to be around these other beautiful people who were obviously so much more beautiful than me, who were more light-skinned than me, who were more foreign than me, who were just so much more interesting than me, right? Like, the people that I had around me that actually understood me were people who were either way older than me at that time, or they felt sorry, or they were more compassionate, right? And I had those people around me. Like, I had people that saw the beauty in me, and I had people that were around me as well that was just like, I don't think you're ugly. Like, I just think that, like, there are some things that you can, you know, that you can get fixed or whatever, but I don't think you're ugly. Like, you know, maybe just like lose a little weight. Like, maybe just do this. But, you know, I know that they meant well. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not holding it over their heads. Like, they meant well. But these people didn't see anything wrong with me. Like, they felt like I was just this beautiful soul who was just so amazing and smart and intuitive. And I'm just like, and I was at the time like, I couldn't believe it because of how much of the negativity I was soaking in. Now, for those of you guys that don't know, I study astrology. Like, I love astrology, right? My Mercury sits in Capricorn in the 9th house. I have like 6 planets in the 9th house in the sign of Capricorn. So with Mercury being in the 9th house in the sign of Capricorn, this can lead you to be very pessimistic for things, especially when the way that you communicate and the things that are being given to you, the things that are being communicated to you are negative. You tend to kind of hone in on that, and you harbor harbor it and you keep with it, because with Mercury, it's one of those energies that tries to fix it finds the issue and it tries to fix it. So when people kept telling me these things that were wrong with me, I constantly dwelt on it because I wanted so badly to fix it, right? I'm saying all this because a lot of you are dealing with some of the effects of having a similar story. Your story may be way worse than mine. I'm not sure. Let me know down in the comments. What was your experience like? Some of you have so much power and potential who are going to be legends in this world, but you're afraid of stepping out because of something that happened to you back in the past, because of how people made you feel about yourself, because you were still clinging onto these beliefs. And so for whatever reason, you decided to internalize those projected beliefs by people who didn't understand you when you were younger. And now it's plaguing your reality. It's plaguing what you do. It took me years to come on YouTube to share my gifts and my talents. It took me years to become consistent. And now I'm paying for it, right? Meaning that now I have to really trust myself and really be consistent and forge ahead, because otherwise I will just put myself into this really pessimistic state and I won't get it done. So what I really want you to do right now is I want you to take the lesson from me. Please don't make the same mistake I made and wait years and years and years to do something because you're so afraid of what people are going to think of you when you come on camera, because you're so afraid of what people are going to think of you out in public. This life is so temporary, and I know that we hear that a lot, but how many times or how often do we really sit and think about how temporary this life is? There's so much more to you internally. There is so much more to you that is meant to be shared with this world. Like when people look at you, they have a front row seat to the cosmos, to the void. When you walk past and when you walk into a room, you turn heads because your energy. It's not to say that you're not physically attractive, right? I'm not here to judge that. Like, I don't care about how you look. I don't care what your gender is. What I feel is that your indifferences are so beautiful, because who wants to go somewhere and experience the same thing over and over and over again? Who wants to continue to experience the same people over and over again? That is the reason why you have your own unique birth chart. There is no one else on this planet who will ever have your birth chart. No one else in existence will ever have your birth chart, because time is constantly moving forward and forward and forward. And if time is never moving backwards and you were born at a specific time, then that means that you are the only person who will ever have your birth chart. You are a once in a lifetime. You are once in a lifetime over millions of lifetimes. There is only one of you, and there will only ever be one of you. That is how special you are. Please take my lesson. I waited and I did not believe in myself. I let the past thoughts of other people cloud my judgment of myself. So much of myself, what I decided to do growing up in my life, I decided that I was going to continuously do things in a way that pleased other people, to a point where I became angry. I was bitter at one point. Can you believe that? I was bitter at one point because I just felt like, damn, like, why don't people just see past all of this shit? Like, why can't they see past that? I don't get it. I love people. I see the beauty in people. I'm willing to look past that. And that is exactly what makes you unique. You can see past the flaws of other people. You find them beautiful. What good is glamour magic if you're not going to find the beauty in all things? There is something beautiful in essence to everything. And you have that understanding. You have that level of compassion. You have that level of empathy. And that is why the divine chose you. So you are being called right now to trust in yourself, to connect with yourself, to share yourself with the world, because I'm getting chills. You are someone that the world needs to see right now. Right now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, because what is time anyway? We need to see you right now, because there is something about you cosmically that people don't understand. And the only way to make sense of anything is for you to come out and show yourself. I learned a hard lesson. I'm in my 30s. Like, I will be 31 on January the 8th. I was born January 8th, 1994 on a Saturday. And I had to learn a lot of things, like a lot of hard lessons, right? For not believing in myself. When I told you guys that I had that 9th house stellium, yeah, that 9th house stellium was in the sign of Capricorn. With that Capricorn energy, I had to learn how to trust in my own wisdom, because I know that I'm meant to help people in this world, and you are too. That's the reason why we click. That's the reason why you clicked on this video. That's the reason why we're able to go throughout this video and still listen, because you know that there's something about what I'm saying, even about myself, that resonates with you. How rare are you? You are just like, you're not one of, I want to say this, take it as it resonates. What Spirit is saying is that you're not one of those hot commodities. And the reason why is because you are not here to be a product. You are here to be something great. You are here to be a legend. You are here to shape shift. You are here to create change in this world. You are here to be a revolutionary. You are a visionary. It's okay that you're not a hot commodity. Also, your vulnerability is so beautiful. Spirit is asking you right now to share your story. You might have been seeing the numbers 333. I'm hearing the word storytelling. You may also have been seeing 1111. 1111, these double numbers are portals for energy to come in, for information to flow in. Crown chakra energy. You might be someone who is very connected to, what I'm hearing is to Buddha. You also may be someone strongly connected to ascended master energy. There's something about you that is so brilliant and wise that no one else will ever be able to emulate that. I'm not saying that to gas you up. Well, maybe I am saying it to gas you up, but I'm gassing you up because it's the truth. Like, I'm not going to come on here on YouTube and lie. Like, I'm not going to do that. Like, that's not in my character. I will not ever lie to you in a reading. Ever. I will never lie to you in a channel. I will always give you the truth. I will always give you the truth. And nothing less than that. In a respectful way, of course, but I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I'm not going to lie. That's what I'm not going to do. So if I'm saying this, it's because it's true. You have such a strong connection to ancestral energy. You might be an old soul, an ancient soul here to revolutionize this world. And it takes for you to step outside of your comfort zone, step outside of this protective shell, because no matter what, you are always protected. You rewrite the program when you decide to look your fears in the face and say, I am not your slave. I am not your submissive. What I am is powerful, and you will not treat me this way. I deserve more than that. Conviction. Spirit is saying conviction. The word for you is conviction. You are all powerful. You are omnipotent. You incarnated here in this life to remind others of their beauty, to remind others of their potential, to be a force in this world, to speak life into not only yourself, but into your tribe. You are here. I'm seeing someone water a plant, and this plant is growing so big. You are here to water this world. Aquarius energy. You are here to water this world. Turquoise is coming through. Throat chakra energy is also coming through. You are a prophet, more than likely. You're more than likely a prophet or someone who's here to speak and give a message to people. You may have the gift of articulation. You also, what I'm hearing Spirit say, is a siren, or you have a gift of singing. There's something about throat chakra energy here, and I'm also hearing the word Cancer. You may be someone who carries a lot of water energy and emotional wisdom. You draw wisdom and power from your emotions. That's Cancer energy. Emotions are essential for magic. It is the fuel. Emotions are the fuel that we use to power up our magic. It is those feelings, that hot water, that passion, that fire, that rage that ignites the magic. You are someone that pulls from these places. You are someone that pulls from their emotions, from their feelings. Your feelings is what connects you to all things. Your intuition is strong, and Spirit is saying for you to infuse your intuition in your creative endeavors the same way that a spider weaves a web. Infuse that energy. I'm also hearing the word blue jay. The word is blue jay, and I'm also getting a vision or it's a cardinal. I'm seeing a blue jay and a cardinal, and they're both in the same tree. The cardinal is sitting, it's like above the blue jay, and the blue jay is like down here. at a 45-degree angle is what I'm hearing. It's like at a 45-degree angle, and then that cardinal is at a 90-degree angle. Very specific, 45 degrees and 90 degrees. I don't know why that's coming through, but it's coming through and I'm going to trust it. You are someone who is meant to take your pain, transmute it into something beautiful to help the world. You are here to take your pain and transmute it into something amazing to help heal this world. Your traumas that you went through were not for nothing. You are gifted. And also what I want to say too is that Spirit is saying is that your trauma was a trigger to awaken you. Use that power to help this world, to bring balance to this world, to bring equilibrium, to bring harmony. You might have been born in an era where your rising was Taurus. Taurus rising people here. Some of you, take it as it resonates. But Taurus rising, anything dealing with like Taurus, like you're, there's something about Taurus and Venus, harmony, using art to harmonize. You might be a really good singer. I'm picking up on singing. And I'm also getting like mermaid. It's like this mermaid type of energy. Like it's a mermaid type of energy. And for some of you guys are really strong. Like you have like a really strong earth energy to you. Actually, what Spirit is saying is that you embody all elements pretty well. You embody all of them pretty well. Spirit is saying for you to go and backtrack your life and see how you implemented these energies, this earth, air, fire, and water energy, and see how you can implement that now in a healthier way, in a more evolved way. Spirit is saying for you to get out of your way. Spirit is asking you for you to trust yourself. You are being called to trust yourself right now. This is your time. Your time is coming. Your time is here. Your time is now. I'm seeing a horse and there's someone riding a horse and it's galloping and it's going like full speed ahead. Like it feels so good. Chariot card vibes. Like you guys are here to assert yourself, to take this willpower and project that out because you have a message. You are a messenger, a heavenly messenger, more than likely. You may be someone who has really strong ancestral and angelic vibes as well. I just heard Spirit say to take a DNA test. Also, there's something very specific coming through about junk DNA and how that's about to be activated for you. Watch what you eat. Watch what you're drinking. Exercise. Walk, go for walks, go connect in nature. There's something about you being near trees, but also trees that are near water. Very specific. Be near trees that are near water because that is where earth and water meet. A beautiful blend of emotion, feeling, and practicality. Take your emotions, take your intuitive vibes, and make sure that you add a touch of practicality to them to make what you feel real. Does that make sense? You are here to not only wake up the masses, but you are absolutely here to believe in yourself. You are here to bypass any limitation that your mind has ever placed upon you because of past experiences. Those people will see you and will feel so terrible and bad and guilty. They will regret the things that they said to you, these unspoken things that you keep hidden. They will feel like they committed a crime, that it was a crime against God, against nature, against this universe for what they did and what they said to you. And they will swallow their words. I don't mean to curse them or anything like that. Like, I'm not trying to curse anyone. I'm not trying to come on here and do anything like that. But what I am saying is that I'm feeling like these people are they are regretting it now, actually. They see you and they watch you in silence because they know they fucked up when they did what they did to you. They wish that they can give you an apology. They may be coming back around to try to give you an apology. We are in Mercury retrograde. So they may be coming back around. Old things, old habits, old feelings will come up. But the reason is because this revisitation that is happening right now is meant for you to you're meant to make peace with these things. That's the reason why. Make peace with them. Let them go. Surrender them. Offer them up to the divine. Take them to your altar. Cry. Put them in a cauldron. Take it to your altar. Lay your burdens at your altar. That is what Spirit is saying. Lay your burdens at your altar. I want you to take a fire-safe cauldron, and I want you to put some charcoal in there. I don't give a damn if you got a barbecue pit. If that's all you have, use it. If you have a chimney, you can use that. What I want you to do is I want you to take a piece of paper. It could be a 5x5 craft piece of paper. It could be a paper bag, right? It could be a paper lunch bag, because 5 is a number of change. Also, if you don't have a piece of 5x5 craft paper, a piece of craft paper will do. Or if you don't have that, any paper will do, because all you really need is the power of that pen and the power of your feelings. I want you to take a black pen or marker, or it could be whatever color you want it to be. Any color that symbolizes releasing to you, I want you to take that. I want you to write everything down that you need to release. Fold the paper away from you 3 times minimum. You can fold it however many times you want, but I recommend no less than 3 times away from you, because the power of 3, this trine of energy, is a portal that will allow all things to purge out. You will open the portal for these things to purge out of you, to spill out of you. I want you to put it on top of the charcoal or on top of the wood or whatever you're going to do. And I want you to sprinkle some frankincense on it. And the reason is because frankincense acts as a purification. It purifies the energy. It expels, it banishes, it exorcises. Frankincense is powerful to help release, and I want you to set it on fire. And I want you to imagine all of these things burning away from you. I want you to scry into that fire. You can cry if you want to, but I want you to scry into it. And as you're scrying into this fire, I want you to imagine and visualize you becoming renewed, you being purified, you releasing this energy, and you welcoming in all of the beautiful things that can ever come to you as a result of you releasing that energy. I will make separate videos that show how to make a purge and banish face candle and ways to purge and banish energy. There are different ways to do it. I just was passionate in the moment and listed this one way. I could have given better instructions, and I'll be more thorough in my other videos. That is the task for you. And if you don't want to do that ritual, you don't have to. You can also take your tears and you can write a note. You can take a note, right? I'm seeing someone take a note and write it, like write what they feel. I'm hearing to fold it away from them and go to a tree. Take this to a tree. Specifically, I'm hearing grandmother's tree, or like some type of like grandmother willow tree or something like that. Take it to a tree and bury it, and first get permission from the tree, obviously, pay respect, right? Take an offering. It could be an offering of apples, like whatever you feel your intuition calls you to offer to that tree, take it, right? And let that tree know what it is that you're releasing. I prefer you do this with craft paper. And what you're going to do, you're going to burn that paper. You're going to bury the ashes near that tree. Thank the tree. Thank the earth. You can cry into the earth if you need to. And you can even do that same process. Take the ashes and also throw it into the ocean. Right? You can do that. Or if you want to work with the wind element, go ahead and just take it. What I'm seeing someone do is take the ashes and they watch it just flutter and fly away. Whatever resonates with you, Spirit is asking for you to do that as a part of this releasing, because there's something that you need to do right now so that you can show up in all of your amazingness, in all of your beauty, no matter what people say about you, no matter what they feel, because you are going to help those that need it. I love you guys. I hope this helps you, and I hope you know that I see you, and may you always choose your highest best.